Okay, we're just gonna hang out here for a minute and let a few people join, and then we'll get started. So we got a couple on already. Say hi if you'd like to, so I know who we got. In case you're a regular or fresh meat, who knows who you are, but let us know. For those that are just joining us, the agenda tonight is I'm going to get started on the 17th of July turn for OCS Sicily, the original Sicily, which is about a decade old. And then, but before we do that, I'm going to have a look at a handful of titles that I'm planning on playing or considering playing, and just share a little bit about them, and we'll have a look at the boxes and talk about them a little bit, and then we'll kind of get started. I'm kind of super tired today, but I will see how long we can get, or how far we can get with some gameplay. So if you're just joining in, please pop a note into the comments, and we'll and say hi at least, and let me know that you are indeed there, or it's just some fake statistic from. Hey Recon, how you doing? From YouTube. It's hard to tell on the mobile app here whether or not how many people are actually here, and it all kind of lags a little bit from. George, hey, fresh meat, what's going on? George, welcome. We're just going to do a little live play, and we are going to see what happens there. But before we get started, I'm going to have a quick talk about a couple of games that I'm looking at getting started on. In the background, I've been playing Punic Wars from SPI, which is an old magazine game, and I can see some similarities in some of the, I guess, Genesis material for Richard Berg's Carthage in the Punic Wars, in terms of how things are kind of managed and run in combat and things like that. So that's been interesting. I can probably already see where the game's going to end up. I don't think it's going to be particularly historical in any way, shape, or form. It'll be interesting to see if my gut assumption on this game is correct. It's a little light. It's a magazine game. It is what it is. 10 pages. We're not expecting miracles, but I was hoping to get a little more out of the game, particularly since I've got handmade counters. Had to make my own map, had to print my own map up, because the chap that sold me the game did advise me that it didn't really have a map and that it had handmade counters, but I was in a flurry of buying games, I guess. I think I missed that, so I've already paid $20 just to get the map made, let alone making the counters. Okay, who else said hi? I'm lagging badly. I am sorry. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe you could buy a faster connection, or I could turn the fan off. Let's try and angle this down a little bit, lower my seat, and we'll get the movement in the background. It tends to cause issues. So if I'm lagging to the oh, I know what the problem is. You know what? I might restart this feed. I know what the problem is. My Wi-Fi is not on. Let's see if this will. Tell me if that's any better. Now I can see the lag myself. Okay. Well, let's roll with it for a little while. Maybe what I'll do is split this up into 2 bits, and I'll reboot my phone. But I'll do the gaming section first, and then we'll get to the live play in a few minutes. So. No, Recon, it could very well be, I just turned my Wi-Fi on, so let's hope that that has improved things. I turned it off earlier today. I don't like registering on my work's wireless network. It's a security thing. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this. Some of you may already know this game and have played it before. I'm starting a vassal game of this, going to do a learning game. And Red Winter, my copy of it's completely unpunched. I've only played a playtest copy from way back, and I know the rules have changed quite a bit. So I'm going to read the rules on this and be ready to play next week. So I got to get my act together for that. I'm going to do a quick skim because I'm relatively comfortable with the concepts in this. So I'm looking forward to this because I'd like to get the campaign under my belt, just to say I've done it, and I think it's a neat system. So that's definitely happening. Then I've got some let's look at the next one that I know for sure I'm playing. I've finished the rules for this bad boy here. Another Belkowski game. What can I say? I'm a whore for Belkowski games. I love that guy. I'll play anything he makes. And when I found out that he made this game, I bought it. I'm not even that interested in this battle. Quatre bar, right? I'm going to hold this up there. You can see that. It's all reversed on my screen. Pretty straightforward system. Reminds me a little bit of Wellington's Victory, but simpler and easier and less big. I've been reading a book called Prelude to Waterloo, and my intention is to try and do something fun and different with this game. I'm going to take excerpts out of the book. It's a Kindle version of the book. Take excerpts out of the book and post along with the gameplay, and it's got some. I set this up about 4 months ago, and then we had all sorts of issues with my flooring. I'll show you here. It's now all in one piece. It's black, kind of weird, but it's pebble, and I'm trying to make things low maintenance and tough, and that's what I chose to do. It got complicated, what can I tell you? So I had to pack this up, and I've kind of got all the sheets laid out for the setup, and I'm a little confused about this game. It is advanced Axis and Allies-ish, but really crappy rule book, and I'm not very happy with it. The revised new download it, print it, and read it rule book is 53 pages long with all these examples. How do we go from 20-something to 50-something? How does that happen? And you think I'm exaggerating? You know what? The copy's over there. It's in my other room. I can't show it to you, but I'm serious. It's big. So I'm a little frustrated with that. So this is a potential next game after I get this Sicily thing out of the way. I think the Sicily game is probably going to take another, thinking maybe another 10 turns. We'll get halfway through the actual campaign, and we're going to get to a point where it's almost over, and we'll see. I was looking at one of my favorite tactical games last night, and I learned something that I had forgotten about this game, City Fight. My favorite, and I'm going to get your comments in just a second, guys. I see 3 comments there. So City Fight is, I think, a noble effort at modern tactical combat, and as I looked through the scenarios again, I was thinking, gee, there really aren't that many scenarios in this game, and I know why, because it takes forever to play. Kind of the minimum scenario situation is really 30, actually more like 60 turns. Some of them play until there's no good guys or bad guys left, and you're replacing companies at a time, and this is fire team and squad scaled. So I really want to get back to this though, and I think what I might do with City Fight, because I have a good basic understanding of it. I've played it 20 years ago many times, so it should all come back, and the rules are really clean and straightforward. Line of sight's a little bit funky. There's a few funky movement rules in it where guys can go in one side of the building, can't go out the other side. They've got these little red arrows on the map that kind of indicate what side of the building you're allowed to come in and out of. You can see those little red arrows there. I don't know if you can or not. And it also has some very innovative features in terms of search. You've got this concept of mega hexes that you use to search on. So I'm going to pause here for a second. Let's have a look at these comments real quick since we've got 4. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, no, I have not played that. Twilight Struggle game yet on the phone. I need to do that. All right, I see we just lost a couple of people. Sorry if you came for live play. You need to wait 10 minutes because I'm not done bullshitting yet. So I'm really looking forward to playing this. And what I think I want to do, as I was saying, it's got a few interesting features in it, and I found a rule that Old School Tactical has that I thought was kind of wonky and didn't like, and it's this concept of being able to move across a road and not be fired at in kind of tight terrain. And OST does that and has all these issues with the terrain is kind of across part of a hex and things like that, and that doesn't happen here per se, but there is that issue with OST. Well, guess what? Another Belkowski game, sensing a theme here, you know, and Ney versus Wellington. Now, this Belkowski designed this along with was it Sutherland, I think. Anyway, they also have in this game, if you're moving from this side of the street to that side of the street, it does not create an opportunity fire. If Belkowski says it's okay, then it's okay. So now I'm 100% on board with Old School Tactical. All that the Beer and Pretzels game that it is. So I am looking through the scenarios in this. I mean, here's how old this game is of mine, right? Here's the rule book. It's in tatters. It's fallen to pieces. It's worn. It's not marked on, but it is tired and falling apart. This is a well played, well loved game. I actually have 2 copies of it. It's one of the only games I have 2 copies of that I've actually played with pretty much all of it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have enough modern stuff, so it's kind of locked in at the early 80s, and so we missed the M1A1. It does have the T80 in it. Did note that basically I went through the TOEs for all the countries, and everyone's got there's this 3-staged armor thing. Without getting into it, basically everybody's got a 5, 4, and a 3. So a kill, a mobility kill, I think, and a gun kill, I think, is the deal there. But now I just got a notification that my signal is weak. So if we lose this, I'll reboot and we'll restart. Okay. So I think it would have been nice to see a little more differentiation. There's lots of differentiation on the squad at the squad and manpower level, but there's not a lot of differentiation on the vehicles. Okay, so that's got some potential to be played. And what I want to do with this is I want to try and do something like maybe a combination live play by poll. And for those of you that have never seen any of my play by poll games, they tend not to last very long because it takes a lot of time to write stuff up. I'm going to come up with a new way of doing the polls, but I'm going to give you choices to be made about what to do for a given side. And I'll be doing my side, and you'll be doing the opposing side, and I'll set things up so that all you've got to do is make choices like, okay, this platoon is going to go do here and do this, and then I'll execute all of that. And as we get into conflict, then you and I will play each other, so it'll be fun, right? And it's kind of the collective wisdom of the masses, and I think that'll work well if you play the Soviets and I play the Americans. Let's see, we've got a couple of comments here. Oh, there you go, Kyle. Okay, I didn't know that ASL had that, but of course ASL has everything because it's the Holy Grail. Okay, so I told you that was a Belkowski game. Well, guess what? The last one that I want to look at that I might play, another Belkowski game, the Light Division. Bunch of errata came out for this. The maps are just probably some of the most butt ugly things you're going to see. It's a very stark 3W title. Not real pretty. And there were lots of issues with it. They had some bleeding in the ink and things like that. And, it kind of looked like someone... Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I just lost you there. So, if you didn't want to hear me okay, am I coming through 5x5 or 4x5? Let me know. Here's the map for this game. It does kind of look like someone drunk a bunch of cranberry juice and then ate a bunch of popcorn and threw it up. Anyway, I'm going to look forward to playing this. The rules are a little eccentric, and we're going to have to do a little bit of study on that, but that will also get played this year before the year is out. So I'll be choosing between, you know, these two guys, and then between Blitz, Whiff Thing, and the Ney versus Wellington, I'll probably just do anyway, because I don't think that's a very big game. It's one map and 100 counters or something. So we'll kind of crank through that. So that's kind of what's going on, and what I'm hoping to do. Video is pixelated. Okay, smashing. Kind of sucks. Well, let's turn the mat. Let's get it off my ugly mug and turn it around, and let's watch the. Let's see what's going on in the game. Hey, let's start playing. Let's do that. Okay. And of course now my air conditioner went off, and I'm dying here. So I'm gonna have to go turn that back on. So give me 30 seconds to do that, and hopefully the video quality will pick up in the meantime. Okay, I'm back. Let's get on this sucker. Let's see, where were we with this? I took the liberty before I joined rolling for initiative and rolling for reinforcements. Well, not reinforcements, but replacements. And I do need to check. I don't think the 17th is a reinforcement turn, but we probably should check. Which would suck if it is. And it's not, that's good. Because I have not sorted through the counters to find them. Alright, so what we need to do here is continue the beat down on the German forces, and I'm going to start over on the start over here. I wonder if this will sit still. How do you like that bright white bar right in the way there? Let me see. Is that too dark? I don't think so. I think that should be okay. It's a little bit darker than we probably want, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not hearing any. Oh my God, I can't see anything, so I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna lose my connection again. That's kind of weird. All right, you know what I might do, guys? Because if I'm going to be distracted by all these messages, I'm going to stop this broadcast and restart it with a link I will send to my personal profile and to via Twitter. So have a look at that, and then let's. What are you people saying? Sounds good. Videos pixelated. Yeah, I'm gonna reboot my phone. So I'll be back in. Give me 3 or 4 minutes. I'll be back. All right, guys. So sorry to do this to you, but we'll come back and we'll do live play.